3 ways to build wealth and grow your income starting today. I do have a PowerPoint that I want to share with everybody, but we're going to kind of move quickly because there's a lot of information that I want to share. And this is something that's you may or may not have an interest in. It's something that I'm sharing with everyone because these are some opportunities that you should be made aware of. That's my biggest thing here is I want to bring awareness to what's out there because there's a lot of opportunities, a lot of things that are shared online daily, especially if you're on social media. You get bombarded with do this, do that. But this is something that one of the items is totally 100% free to do. And the other is one is free to do as well. And then the third one, it's something that you should be aware of as far as like helping you build wealth. And at the same time, you can earn passively with it if you so choose. But the third one is one where you can actually start building wealth and having some more secure financial future for yourself and your family. It's something that I'm really pleased to share this with everybody because it's a lot of great information. So what I want to do here is I do have a PowerPoint that I want to share. And let's go here. All right. And then I'm also going to be going into some of the live screens that I have of what I'm talking with everybody here tonight. Let's see. Full screen mode. There we go. All right. So we are all set here. Let me get myself out of the way there, down in the corner. Okay, so we're going to talk about 3 ways to build wealth and grow your income, and the stuff that you can actually start even this evening if you so choose, or if it's something if you want to go and review the information, then reach out to me if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to get back to you with that. And so as far as that, let me put in the chat. Let me put my email address, and I think this is very important because a lot of times you get on a presentation and it's like you're held captive in order to get your questions answered. You have to buy into something, and that's not what I'm all about here. So if you want to go ahead and email me at this will probably be the best one here, rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, and that's one email that I don't get a lot of. I have that filtered so I don't get any junk mail at all on that one. So that's how you can reach out to me. Okay, rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And no matter when you're watching this presentation, you can actually go back and even 6 months, a year from now or whatever, if you come across this video and you have questions, you can go ahead and reach out to me there. Okay, because I will still be sharing these same 3 things with people, and I will still also be doing them myself. Okay, and that's one thing that it's important, I think, for everybody knows that when you're sharing something with somebody, it's important to be a product of the product, okay? And that way you can actually answer questions directly with people if they have questions. Because if somebody starts something that you shared with them and then they have a question, you don't want to say, hey, just go ahead and contact their support. No, that's not what it's all about. What I'm about is actually sharing stuff that I 100% believe in, I 100% have the knowledge on, and it's something that I feel is important for everybody to know. So let's go ahead and dive into this because, like I said, we got a lot of information. So we're going to be questions people always have is, what do the generationally wealthy families do to maintain that wealth? Okay, well, I was going to say obviously, but it's not. There is a few secrets that they do. They diversify what they're saving, and it's never putting everything in one basket. But there is a common denominator that all wealthy families do that have done, over the course of ages. So if you go back with some families like the Rockefellers or something, where you go back 50, 100, 150, 200 years ago, they were all still doing the same thing. Okay, and like right now with the way the global economy is right now, it's kind of in chaos, and with inflation, and then you have even cryptocurrency markets a lot of them are tanking, and then also the stock market is feeling the heat of everything too as well. So there's a lot of turmoil right now, and these are 3 things that you can actually put together and consider for saving in your future. Okay, and it'll actually help you build wealth at the same time. That's what's kind of exciting about this. It's one of these, to me, it's a no-brainer. Okay, so over the course of time, over the course of history, there's wealthy families have always invested in real estate. Okay, that's something I'm not going to tell you go out and buy a house right now. I'm just saying that's one of the options that they've always had, and that's something that grows over time. And what people need to everybody should understand is that wealth building is something that doesn't happen instantaneous. If you don't win the lottery, or if you didn't get in on Bitcoin when it was at nothing, and even now, even though today it's been taking some hits, it's still at $28,000, a share, basically per Bitcoin. But anyways, with real estate has always been one. There's always been stocks. It's been around for ages, and that's something that A lot of people don't have the experience or knowledge how to get into stocks. So that's something that they're like, yeah, I know about it, but they don't really do anything about it. There's also been silver and gold. That's been the one key thing over the course of history that has always held its value and maintained its purchasing power. But nowadays we have, there's a lot of new things going on, and there's cryptocurrencies, and then there's also related to cryptocurrencies, iHub. And then there's, I have down here Coinbase, because wealthy families now there's one thing that they're still doing today that they were doing 200, 300, 500 years ago. And that is the number one common thing, because it's been around that long and it's always been a store of value, is silver and gold. So that is going to be one of our topics. That's going to be the third topic this evening. But then also a lot of people are not aware of how to start with cryptocurrencies. And that's where I want to touch base with. I have Coinbase down here. I'm actually going to touch on that a little bit. And then also I'm going to be talking about iHub. Okay, so this is something that these are all ones that you can actually start implementing and doing today if you so choose. So that's where I'm really excited to share this information, because it is a lot of great information. Okay, so what we're going to do is for the agenda here, we're going to be talking about Coinbase first. Okay, then we're going to be going into Helium, which is related to iHub Global. And then there's also silver and gold. And then if you stick around to the end, I have a huge, huge bonus for everybody that's just even on this attending this event. So if you're catching the replay and you go to the end and you're you understand what I've been sharing with everybody, I do have something that's definitely going to be worth your time. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So when we're talking about Coinbase, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually share my screen. Okay, so what Coinbase is, it's free to join. Okay, and so that's one thing that you don't have to pay to start using it. But on top of it, what's really nice about Coinbase is if you're big on crypto right now, you're probably laughing at me, but this is something that not everybody's aware of, how to start on cryptocurrencies. Okay, and Coinbase is a perfect platform to do that, because not only is it no cost to join, but on top of it, as you're learning the different types of things about cryptocurrency, you're earning actual cryptocurrency in the process. And it's just their way of helping people get educated, and for people taking the time to learn about it so they have a better understanding of it, you're rewarding it. Now, for granted, it's $3 or $4 here and there, but it's gets you initially into cryptocurrency. So let me go ahead and share my other screen here. There we go. So this is actually in my back office exactly. Okay, this is exactly what it looks like right now, and I've got my browser open there. So, anyways, so with Coinbase, to join, it's free, and I do have the link on that when I get back to the other presentation, but I do have the link on there. But just for joining, you have the opportunity to earn $10 just for becoming, creating your account with Coinbase. Okay, so it's something that you can do. And what they have here is like, here, learn and earn. This is what I'm referring to. So once you create your account, it'll have these different things where you can learn about a specific type of crypto, I think there's ones on here where you could actually learn about different types of wallets, and it will actually let you earn cryptocurrency. And as you click it, like these are ones here that I have actually gone through, and Tether, this was actually, the USDT and the USDC, or USD one down here. Those are the dollar equivalents to crypto, but because, they're, this way you can, if you wanted to actually put money into your account, you could do that, like $5-10 if you wanted to start, or 50, 100, or however much you want, is, depending on where you want to go with everything, if it's something where you want to experiment and test it out. But all these other ones here, these are ones that I received for doing free accounts, okay, or doing the training. And back when I first did them, because like right now you see all these negatives and everything, back when I first did them, I had a higher balance, because actually at one point I had a balance of like over $124, but I'm just kind of watching to see what happens, okay, as far as the market. But like right now, my current portfolio balance is 2636. Okay, and you see what's happened here over the last week or 2 weeks with cryptocurrencies. But the thing about this is, it gives you a way to earn some free crypto. Okay. And this is just by sharing the opportunity. So with me sharing this with you, you get $10 and then $10 goes into my account as well. So it's just something that, and so if you pass this on to other people that you know, and you're sharing it and you're earning, you can actually build that up. So it's really nice because it is, like I said, it's totally free to join. And it's something that if you're totally new to cryptocurrencies, and I notice I just said totally twice here and 3 times in the last 2 sentences, but it gives you the opportunity to learn about it and then actually have some cryptocurrencies, because whether people like it or not, it's here to stay. It's not going to go away. And the only way something like this would probably go away is if the United States or the dollar went back down the gold standard, which, and everybody knows darn well that's not going to happen. Okay, so that would probably be the only way something like this would just totally disappear. But this, in this case here, it's not. It's more and more companies are allowing they're accepting cryptocurrencies, even like Walmart, a lot of your like Starbucks and every place. Everybody moving forward is going to be the bigger companies are going to be accepting cryptocurrencies. Plus, on top of it, Fidelity, one of the retirement brokerage firms, they actually have implemented that to where they're including that in their portfolio, so people can actually save for their future in cryptocurrency. So that's how big this has become. So it's something to be mindful of and to at least look into it. And like I said, this is 100% free and anybody can do it. Okay, so if you're not doing it, let me go back to my PowerPoint. And I do have the link here. So if you go to coinbase.com, join Nonfronic, this is my actual, let me see if I can copy that. Put that in the chat. All right. That's kind of why I have this in this format here. So let's go in the chat. So let me see if that'll work. Whoops. There we go. So that's the link to go ahead and create your free account, and you'll earn some cryptocurrency just by learning about it. So it's really sweet. I mean, for a beginner, if you have no idea about cryptocurrencies, this is a great place to start because you're going to learn about it and then also earn at the same time. So now we'll move on to the second one. Okay, so iHub Global, I'm not sure if you've heard of it. And let me see if I've got my unit right here. Bear with me 1 second. And what this is, it's a device, okay, that actually plugs into you plug it into your router through an Ethernet cable. That's the most efficient way to do it. I mean, there's a way for you to hook it up Wi-Fi, but at the start, you want to do plug it into your router. And what this device is, and I'll show it to you here. This is what it looks like. This is oops, can we get it? All right, there we go. So this one here that I have in front of me is like 7 inches square, and it's about maybe 1.5 inches thick. Okay, and what you do is you plug your router into it, you connect with an Ethernet cable, and it's going to lock your location in the blockchain. Okay, and if I'm going to share a video here real quickly that explains it a little bit better, but what it does is once you're connected to the blockchain, it reserves your location, and it'll basically optimize you for having that location because you don't want to have too many units together. But basically what happens, to explain the blockchain in a nutshell, I would just explain it like a giant spider web across the world. Okay, and with it, it's connecting different people. Okay, and in this case here, iHub Global is part of the Internet of Things, and this is something where there's a lot of devices out there besides cell phones that run off of this that use basically a wireless signal. So with this device here, it actually puts out a low frequency signal. Okay, and is it secure? Yes, it is secure, because I'm surprised if they're kind of failing to tell people this, but it actually has it's own IP address. So people are like, well, if it's going into my router, then people are going to be able to get my data and see what I'm doing. No, it's impossible to happen. Okay, because it has its own IP address. So any frequency that this transmitted is off its own IP address. Okay, so there's an antenna that comes with it, but then there's also with iHub, if you actually choose to be a host of the unit, you can actually get because the units are very expensive. They're anywhere from 400 on up. In I had bought some units for myself and my brother and my son, and they're $500 a piece. Okay, but in this case here, so in order to ensure that people actually plug them in and utilize them the way they're supposed to, and not turn around and try and sell it, if you were to be a host, you would have to pay a $99 deposit and then reserve your spot. Okay. But if you don't want to be a host and you just want to share the opportunity, you can actually share the opportunity with other people and earn Helium cryptocurrency in the process. Okay, so that's and this part of it, it's free. So if you didn't want to actually be a host yourself, the benefits of being a host is once you lock your spot in the blockchain, you're guaranteed that spot forever. And if you move, you can actually take the unit with you and move it as well. But you're gonna on a daily, weekly, monthly basis, yearly basis, your device is going to be generating Helium, which is the form of cryptocurrency that devices that pick up this low range frequency. When it picks up the device, it'll actually create Helium. Okay, and that's how it's just transmitted through the blockchain. I think that's probably about the best way to explain it. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share a short video with you on it.
The news is headlined by disruptive technologies that are rapidly transforming the world. Terms like blockchain, cryptocurrency mining, and digital transformation dominate the financial and technology news. But so do less pleasant things like COVID, tariffs, supply chain crisis, the rising cost of fuel, travel, unemployment, and social unrest. There's no denying the world is a vastly different place than it was just a couple of years ago. But innovation and crisis often spur disruption and unique opportunity. We see it with the exponential growth of the Internet of Things, the connecting of everyday devices. Items like automobiles, health monitoring devices, package tracking, scooters, even simple security devices. IoT data access from traditional providers, like the cell phone companies, is just too expensive. And that's where we come in, and where you can too. With iHub Global, you have the opportunity to be a part of that solution where you live. A small device in your home or business can make you a part of this new distributed infrastructure. While people and things use our grid, our iHub hotspots enable you to become a provider for this new decentralized network. You'll get your own crypto wallet when you plug our device in. There's no catch. We need you to help us build a network that will positively change the entire world. We all know that businesses, education, and even healthcare are being forced by safety protocols, convenience, and even new laws to an online model. Many people think we'll return to normal in a year or so. We don't agree. When the world settles into new ways of doing things, the infrastructure must and will change with it. An equally disruptive technology is needed. In our decentralized infrastructure, iHub Global is part of the people's network and is positioned to be the right solution at the right time for this digital transformation. The network is the architecture for the Internet of Things, but it's also solving problems that real people face. Through our iHub Marketplace, we're introducing telehealth, a timely solution for healthcare, including mental health, that aligns with the direction many healthcare practices already mandate. Using our IoT technology, we can offer cutting-edge healthcare solutions. We're also launching a cost-effective way for people to travel, as well as financial services. And we're just getting started. But we need people who get it. People who want to be a part of initiating a positive revolution. People who see the opportunity. Most of us are sick and tired of living in a model pioneered in the 1950s. And so, one of our missions is helping folks to fully embrace the desire for more balanced lives by enabling them to be a part of the connective tissue of this new world paradigm shift. In our model, there is no replacement for you. No cell towers, server farms, or social networks. Plug in to the iHub community, a people's network for the real world, and position yourself at the hub of a global digital transformation.
See, when you go to click the join, and I will have the link on the PowerPoint thing. You can either be as a host or a customer, and where you would actually have one of the units where you would reserve unit and then pay the deposit. And like I said, the deposit is just to ensure that you actually, when you get the unit, you go ahead and plug it in and you get everything set up. And really, once you get everything set up and if they're pre-programmed to your location, you basically plug it in and it syncs into the blockchain and you start earning Helium, within a day or two. Usually there's a little bit of a thing for everything to update once it's plugged in, but usually right before they ship it, their program to your location. So whatever happened between the time they shipped and you get it, that just needs to be updated with the blockchain, and then you're earning Helium passively. And even if you have no witnesses, because with iHub, when you let me see, it won't let me do this. With iHub, once you have your antenna in place, it's looking for other antennas in the nearby area. Okay, and if it connects with that, or if it has a witness, that's what they call it. If there's a witness nearby and it picks up that signal, anything that pretty much kind of crosses between that area, it's going to generate Helium between those two witnesses. Okay, and the closer a witness is to you, but you don't want anybody more than 300 meters away. So if you get this for yourself, you don't want to have your next door neighbor sign up for it, because for one, the system will tell you that will say that you're not in a good location. We can't authorize you to be a host, but they want it at least 300 meters away. And for a lot of cities, like here in Galena, there's like 2 units about 2.5 miles away from me. And then there's also, let me see if I can get this. No. And then there's also one about 3 miles away, but because Galena is hilly, I'm not picking up their signal. But the thing is about this, when you're in a newer location, you can actually be kind of like a founder in that area, so to speak. So even if there's nobody in your location, it's not showing on the map. Let me see here. Then you can actually be kind of like a pioneer in your area. So whether you decide to do this or not, it will happen. This is going to be around from here until you and I are both gone. So it's something that just kind of keep in mind. And I really apologize about this. Hang on one second here. I'm going to pause this one moment. Pause. Yeah. Okay. That. And both. All right, let's go on to this one. Let's see. All right, we'll do this. All right. I'm so sorry about that. But anyways, okay, this is exciting for me too. Okay, so here's the map. Okay, and here's my location. And so once your unit is plugged in, like I said, there's a couple like 2.5 miles away. Here's one. This is actually me here. It's got me a little bit off center. And this is somebody that shows that they've ordered. Okay, so you click on that and you zoom in. It'll actually show my actual house. Okay, so this area here is the range that my device will circulate in. Okay, and so then this other person here, they have one ordered up over here. So once they ordered, depending on what type of antenna they use, should pick it up and actually, it should actually produce more Helium. Okay, so what I want to do here is, let me do this, get this up here. Okay, with the hotspot viewer. All right, so in this case here, these are two other units that are in my area, or they're in on my team. Okay, and then my hosted hotspot. Come on, there we go. All right, so here's mine, it's Cold Pewter Tadpole. So what it'll show is, it shows you the device. It shows, because like here, I was saying the Helium that it's generating is low because I do not have a witness yet, but this is something that as more units get into my area, it'll be generating more and more Helium. Okay, so, and it's like, let's see, if we did like let's do, I'll just do this real quick, and I'm sorry, this is taking a little bit longer than I thought. Go to the network map. All right, so if I want to put in, let's go, 210 South Halstead. All right. Just going to go to Chicago. I don't know. I figured Halsted Street in Chicago. Okay, so if you're wondering if people are doing this, this is a map of just the Chicagoland area. So you see all these green dots. Those are people that actually have an active helium generator in their home. So it just shows you, like, see all these. This is the city of Chicago right here. So like when we go out to a 10,000 foot overview. Oh man. See, imagine that. Maybe I'll just scan out from here. Okay, so here's where I am in northern Illinois. Here's Dubuque, Iowa. So there's more and more units coming out. But when you go out, you see all this area here. So you see how this is happening globally. Okay. Oh, it's not letting me do it. Maybe it's because I'm in the PowerPoint, or trying to share this live, but it kind of gives you an idea of how many people are using this. So it's something that if you want to send me your address, I can actually plug your address into the system, and it'll actually tell me if it's a good location or not, or if it's like a really good location. It has a scale like 1 to 10 of whether your location is going to be perfect, because if you have, like in this case here, ideally what you want is you want to have like 6 devices within your circle that you can it'll kind of bounce signals back and forth, so to speak. So that's an ideal scenario, because that way you're encompassing that whole area, and you create kind of a web over that area. So any device other than cell phones, like you have your Apple Watches, there's different types of scooters, there's even entry systems for stores and everything, and banks where they have any type of sensor system for their doors and everything. They're using this type of technology. So the key is to get in on it now when and be kind of a pioneer in your area. So this is something that's really exciting, and I'm hoping I'm not confusing you too much, but I could create a whole webinar in this itself, and I probably will at some point. But for now, I just wanted to kind of introduce you to it. And if you have any questions, and let's go back to the new share. It's my PowerPoint. Okay. Okay, we'll go back there. Sorry about that. So it gives you an idea of what it's all about, okay? And it's something that if you go to this link here, the Join Helium track.app, that works smarter for you, that'll also get you to be able to create a free account. And like this with Coinbase, iHub, it's all referral based. And even the next one I'm going to share with you, they want to know who's sharing the opportunity. And it's their way of, in this case here, of kind of paying it forward. Like everything that I'm sharing here with everybody tonight is stuff that if you share it with other people, you can earn in the process too. And it's not necessary that you share with, you can just do these yourself. And, if you don't want to actually, quote unquote, bother people with it or so, or if you feel uncomfortable sharing it, just take advantage of it yourself. But in the event that you do want to share it, then all these companies that I'm talking about tonight all have a very nice share plan. And that's what I like to call it, like a pay it forward plan. But also I'm going to have on my Silver and Gold Solutions, and also my Work Smarter for You website. If you go to the wealth building section, I do have the iHub information on there, and I'm going to be posting these videos here because this actually shows you what the actually, let's see if it'll play. Yeah, so this will actually show you what the unit looks like, this one that I'm holding in my lap right now. Okay, so here's me unboxing it. All right, yeah. So yeah, it's something that I explained it here. All right, there's me, my kitchen. Okay, and then also here, what it looks like when, like, this is the current unit that I purchased myself, and this is the antenna on the roof, and I showed that here in the video. Okay, so that'll give you a better idea of what our third thing, which is understanding the importance of saving in the forms of precious metals. I know this is something I've held separate presentations on this before, but this is really very important information that everybody should at least be aware of, and that's why I'm going to share it again here tonight. It's because especially right now with the way the economy is, and it is literally in turmoil. Okay, what can you do to kind of save and protect, for save for your future and actually protect your wealth at the same time. Okay. And it's something that, like with this, what I'm going to be sharing with everybody here, I do have the information on the silverandgoldsolutions.org website. So you can actually look at that too after the presentation. But before I get into this, what I'm going to have to do is I have to put in the chat here. Okay. And income disclosure. Okay. So this is /income. Okay, so that there, this is in particular just by company regulations, I do have to do this, and it's just to give you a breakdown of what, if you do look at this from a standpoint of sharing the opportunity and earning passively, and it's not required at all. This is just to give you an idea of what you can do with it if you so choose. I do have to have that income disclosure there because that kind of gives a breakdown of, what percentage of members actually do earn passively, with what percentages don't. But in fact, actually about 85% of anybody who takes part in this is usually just doing it to do it personally and to save for their future, and whether it's through silver, gold, platinum, different types of precious metals. Okay, so this is what's I wanted to share this with everybody. I have this today's email. I was going to send it out with it, but I didn't. So if you see what's happened with gold over in, this is off of goldsilver.com, and you can actually look this up yourself. If you look at what's happened with inflation, okay, and over the course of time, okay, and these are during during the rate hikes from the government. And with this chart here, it's going from 1971 through 2021 into end of 2021. So this is what's happened with gold, okay, and in the chart here we have silver as well. So between 1976 and 1980, when inflation was just kind of out of hand, so between 76 and 80. Gold rose 717% in values, and silver rose 1,063%. Okay, so whenever there's type of different rate hikes in this titled during rate hike cycles, it'll actually show you what has happened with gold and silver over that time. Okay, and so then between 2008, which is here, and 2011 here, with the fear of inflation, that was basically going back to 2008 with the housing crisis, gold rose 164% and silver rose 446%. So it shows you during those periods of time, gold and silver, and just like right now, we're in one of these times where between inflation and everything that everywhere you look, prices of everything are going up, and there's issues with cryptocurrency in the stock markets. And this is one of those key times where you should actually keep this in mind with how you save or invest for your future. And I'm not, by no means am I a financial expert. I am just sharing you with the information that I've learned and what I found is valuable and that other people should actually take into consideration. So what I'm going to be sharing with you real quick here is, what are the benefits in saving in the form of precious metals, whether it's gold, silver, platinum, any type of precious metals. What I'm going to share with you real quick is how you can save, and what to look for and who you can trust, and then how do you know if you're getting a good deal and what to look for as far as that goes, and then how can you afford to purchase gold and silver or save in it, even on a tight budget, where you could do something incrementally like $20 a month, $50 a month, whatever, something like that. This is something I'm going to share with you. And can gold and silver really build true generational wealth? Yes, that's a fact. That's, one of the things that we mentioned earlier in the presentation, that everybody, the wealthy families, have always shared, have always saved in some form of silver and gold, okay, over the course of ages, because it's always maintained its value. Okay, and then, what your financial institutions and your financial advisors are not sharing with you and why they don't share it with you. And then also how you can start today. And then I do have something, this is just from me to you. It obviously has something to do with 7K is who I'm talking about, but it's also, this is my personal gift to you. Okay. And I will share that with you at the end of the video that I'm going to share here in a.
Purchasing precious metals, bullion, coins, and/or collectibles involves risk. We strongly encourage you to exercise due diligence and properly educate yourself prior to purchasing precious metals. The information presented in 7K's Wealth Strategies is not to be considered tax or financial advice. We encourage you to seek appropriate professional advice regarding the tax and financial implications of buying, owning, or selling precious metals. The price and future value of precious metals is based on many factors, including but not limited to market and economic conditions. Past performance of precious metals is no guarantee of future performance or future value. Do you feel like you're working harder for your money just to get by? It's not just you. Millions of families around the world are feeling the exact same thing. In fact, as of 2017, 44% of Americans said they couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense if it popped up. So what's happening? Take a look at some of the major staples in our lives today and how much more they have increased in cost from the year 2000 to 2018. Water and sewage up 133%, car insurance up 97%, and the list goes on. This isn't even counting the 2021 inflation numbers that are the highest since 1982. We're all feeling it, but why is it happening? It's not that things are necessarily costing more to make or service, it's that the fiat currency used to buy the goods is becoming worth less. As you can see, when the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, a dollar was worth, well, a dollar. Because of some government decisions such as going off of the gold standard and increased money printing, the purchasing power over time was dropped to less than 5 cents on the dollar compared to 1913. Now, this isn't anything new, unfortunately. There's a long list of countries where this exact same thing has happened, including Germany, Argentina, Zimbabwe, and most recently Venezuela. In each case, they have attempted to print themselves out of their version of a financial crisis. The playbook is being passed around the world, and the result is always the same. If you look at the M1 currency supply chart, it will give you a good indication of what result we could be headed for in the United States. The M1 currency supply is just a way of showing how much printed money is in the hands of the citizens in a country. It is a direct link to the printing of fiat currency. As you can see, the US made a drastic decision related to the COVID-19 pandemic in the year 2020 and decided to go on an even more massive printing spree. As we have seen throughout history, more printing leads to more inflation, which means it takes more fiat currency to purchase the things that we need to live. So how are we supposed to protect ourselves from what seems to be a runaway train? There is a secret that government institutions, banks, and wealthy families have used for ages. It's called sound money. Don't worry, it's just a fancy name for gold and silver. Gold and silver have proven to maintain its buying power throughout history, no matter what happens to fiat currencies around the world. Let's take a look at some examples. In 1965, 1 ounce of silver and $1 had equal purchasing power. You could have used either 2,500 ounces of silver or $2,500 to purchase a brand new Ford Mustang. If you would have had the same 2,500 ounces of silver in 2020, you could have purchased 2 brand new Mustangs. But $2,500 could barely even cover the down payment to get one. The same is proven true in the housing market. The average home cost in 2001 was $169,000, or 626 ounces of gold. In 2021, you could have taken less gold and purchased 3 homes, even though the average home cost in dollars almost doubled. The list goes on and shows how gold and silver is one of the best ways to play defense against fiat currencies that always decrease in value over time. There are usually a couple things that happen though when individuals find out about the value of sound money. First, questions. What should I buy? Who should I trust? How much does it take to get started? And do I need to be an expert to win? The second thing that happens is a discovery of things like mixed advice on what to buy, scammers, high minimums, and people selling inventory they don't actually have, and much, much more, which all cause more questions and a general mistrust, leading them to never ever get started. Maybe this sounds familiar, but we believe things just shouldn't be that hard. We believe that every family deserves a real chance to get ahead of the game, not only now, but forever. Really, our goal is to help you get started on a path that will help you create a true legacy for generations to come. So who are we? We are 7K, a community of people on a mission to help each other create financial independence, preserve wealth, and create an exceptional life through both good and bad economic times. 7K was founded in 2016 by these 4 individuals with over 100 years of combined business experience. They all have different skill sets and strengths, but all share the same values and belief in helping the average family get ahead. Together, they set out to create a vehicle for people to find more hope and less stress. That vehicle is now a membership, much like Amazon Prime, Spotify, Hulu, or countless other companies that also have a membership, but much more powerful. With a 7K membership, one of the easiest ways to start is by grabbing a little bullion. Bullion is non-collectible gold and silver. Non-collectible gold or silver is a great way to shore up the defensive side of your wealth portfolio. 7K makes it easy. They carry physical gold and silver in different forms. They only sell the things they have in inventory. You won't find minimums or maximums, period. You can literally start with $1 if that's your current budget. And one of the coolest things is that 7K has made transacting in gold and silver possible again. It makes it easy for you to create and execute a good defensive strategy. But there isn't a good sports team in history that has won a championship on defense alone. Just like that, you will also need a very good offensive strategy. That offensive strategy can be found inside of collectibles. The collectible market has proven to be a robust way for wealthy families around the world to not only protect, but also grow their wealth, and more importantly, their legacy. A collectible usually has to be rare or low mintage, has to have unique or artistic designs, a great story, or have historic significance. So if you look at the paper this amazing Spider-Man comic book from 1962 is printed on, it's only worth a couple of dollars. In 2021, this comic book sold for a record $3.6 million. The person or family that bought this book was not buying the paper. They were buying the emotion, the art, rarity, story, and other things they found valuable about this book. In fact, most wealthy families that are playing the collectibles game are doing it not only for their financial protection or gain, but also to preserve their family legacy. If you look at the top 5 places wealthy families turned in order to protect and grow their wealth during the financial crisis of 2008, you will see that 3 of the 5 things are collectible in some way. And the other 2? Sound money. Unfortunately, not many families have an extra $1 million or $2 million laying around to buy high-end collectibles, nor would they even know where to start. But 7K is bridging the gap so that the average family can start playing the game with rare, unique, but also affordable collectibles through modern coins. In 2004, a coin called Tiffany Art No. 1 hit the market for about $90. Now $90 doesn't seem unreasonable for the average family to scrape together in order to add this incredible coin to their wealth portfolio. Today though, if you wanted to go buy this same coin, it would cost you at least $8,000. But the metal in the coin is only worth roughly $50 today. The additional value in the coin is due to the rarity, story, beauty, or whatever else a potential buyer finds to be valuable. That is the added leverage or offense collectibles can add to a wealth portfolio. You can see here just a few more examples of the same thing play out in other coins. Modern collector coins have a very good track record over the last 20 to 30 years of being a powerful tool inside of the offense of a well-rounded wealth strategy. 7K not only offers some of the best coins from around the world, but also designs and mints its own coins, giving 7K members exclusive or first access. 7K also makes adding cool, unique, and rare collectible coins extremely easy through one of the most powerful member benefits called the Autosaver. The Autosaver program takes all of the thinking out of collecting and leverages the experts at 7K to send you a rare and exclusive collectible coin every single month. It is truly a set it and forget it, zero discipline approach to automate your collectible asset stacking. You will just need to choose one of the options you like best and watch them show up at your door every month. There are other ways you can also take your stacking to the next level though, with your own shopping cart called 7K Selected and also special sales called Coin Drops. 7K provides many ways to win with collectible gold and silver. As you can see here, Eddie Spears has spent very little time to get a massive head start making sure a wealth legacy comes from him. All the same, Chris Lattin Sr. says he collects both bullion and collector coins, and you can see he has built a very nice stack. He even claims it is now one of his most valued possessions because of what it will mean for him and his family in the future. Gold and silver are not only effective, but can also be super fun. But 7K is much more than just a gold and silver company. Their focus is to help in any way possible you build the legacy that you feel is important. As you dig into the membership at 7K, you will find many different member benefits to help you build that legacy from many different angles. Each could be an important tool in your financial strategy to reduce the stress of the current economy and add more hope for the future. Although you will have plenty of support early on to help you get started in your journey with precious metals, being a proficient and educated buyer is an important component to hitting your new goals. The buyer certification training will help you find what type of buyer you might be, what goals you might have based on what is important to you, and also what type of defensive strategy you might want to set up for yourself. The collector certification will help you move towards a winning offensive strategy, teaching you all you need to know about the ins and outs of the collectible coin world, what types you might be interested in, and also some expert tips from a world-renowned coin expert. As you dig into collectibles more, you will also find the power of collections, and inevitably, you will be searching for a coin to complete a certain series or set that isn't for sale on the first-hand market anymore. The next member benefit helps solve that problem of where you might find that coin, along with other problems that were previously obvious in the collectible coin market. Stack and Sell is a complete and robust marketplace that values authenticity. Now you can easily buy graded collectible coins from other collectors without worry. It also features the world's first inventory system for collectors where you can track what coins you have and what their current values are. Collecting gold and silver is fun, but 7K believes it should also power your lifestyle. Putting a value on memories made around the world is actually priceless. With a 7K membership, you can choose to travel around the world on the company-sponsored trips. Any member can choose to go, and usually at a discount from market rate. There are also other 7K getaway trips where you can spend time with the founders, the executive team, and those can be won through contests. With 7K, you really can create a robust lifestyle using the power of gold and silver and all that the membership has to offer. But remember the initial problem that most people have of not being able to cover the $400 emergency expense? 7K has a way to help that too. Simply by sharing the 7K message, you will earn points across 2 teams, and 7K will thank you by sending you $500 once each team reaches 500 points. This can happen once or as many times as you choose by how often you successfully share the message and refer new customers. And the best part is when you earn enough points and a payment is triggered, 7K will drop it directly into what's called your Sound Money wallet. The Sound Money wallet is the most robust digital wallet today that deals with cash, gold, and silver. You can power your entire gold and silver strategy through this wallet. So as you can see, not only can you fund the wallet from any referral money generated, also from a bank account and even crypto wallets. You can purchase physical gold and silver in all forms, as well as digital gold and silver that is 100% backed by physical metals. Sound Money Wallet is also the first wallet of its kind that will allow you to send gold and silver or cash to other members for free. Earning a little extra money for sharing is super nice, but there are some people that love sharing that message so much that they want more potential. New levels of referral income can be unlocked by ranking up, from associate at $500 all the way up to presidential gold at $12,500 per week. Each new rank carries with it the potential for increased income. 7K truly is on a mission to help the average person build not only a strategy for their future wealth, but also a true legacy long into the future. There's a mantra here at 7K. that the 7K community lives by, and some of it may resonate with you. We see things differently. They say stop, we say go. They strive for mediocrity, we are obsessed with significance. They said we couldn't do it, so we did it anyway. We build leaders, teachers, and entrepreneurs that create generational wealth, transform families, bring hope to the helpless and significance to the successful. We are the believers. After seeing this information, the question is, where do you stand? How would you feel having a little more control over your financial legacy? How would your life be different if you had more time and money to do the things that you enjoy with the people you love? Our guess is that something you heard today made sense. Now, if that's true, don't wait any longer to start building your family legacy through one of the most powerful vehicles available today. Go ahead and pick up which membership is going to fit you best. If you're just looking to be a customer and start stacking assets through the 7K membership, the standard is an awesome option. For only $199 for the 1-year membership, it has plenty of benefits to move you in the right direction. But if you know you want to earn some extra income through sharing the 7K message, the premium is definitely the right choice. The premium comes with a worry-free approach to know that you have full access to all the benefits. There is peace in knowing that whatever your goals are, you won't have to worry about if the premium has what it takes to get you there. Now, it's valued at over $1,500, but will only take you $499 to get started. So thank you for taking the time to see why 7K might be a fit for you, but before you go, just take a note of where you might fall. Most people fall into one of 3 categories, and please take a note of where you might fit. 1 is to grab a membership and start stacking. 2 is to grab a membership and share the message to create a nice little side gig with some extra income. Or 3 is that you already know you want to share the message enough to work toward a full-time income. If you identified yourself as a 2 or 3, then take a look at our income disclosure to see how successful our members that actually decide to share the 7K message have been. You can see each rank and what the high, low, mean, and averages are for each one, and what it might take you to create a solid side gig or a full-time income. Also take note that 85% of our members don't actually share with anyone else. They just love the products and all the member benefits that come with 7K. Now, wherever it is that you may fit, we're very excited for you to become a new member of 7K.
I don't know though, but real quick, just to cover a little bit about 7K, and then I want to share with you my special offer that is just from me personally to you for being on this call, and then also being an action taker. And even if you decide that you don't want to do this right now, keep this in mind, because I will always honor everything that I share in my presentations. Okay. So real quick about 7K, they have a Better Business Bureau rating of A+. The founders are Zach Davis, who we just heard from, Roger Ball, Josh Anderson, and Richard Hansen. Roger Ball, when he referred to the one person that has a company that does $2 billion in sales a year, that is actually Roger Ball. He's the founder of this company called Melaleuca, and I'm sure they've been around for 20 plus years, and they're really an outstanding company. So it's something that these 4 gentlemen got together and they decided, what can we do to help share the importance of saving silver and gold with other people, and then at the same time, what can we do to reward them for sharing what we're creating here? And that's why they came out with their compensation plan and I like to call it their pay it forward plan. They're the share plan, and it is very nice. It's something I've been with 7K since December of 2020. And I think the world of the company. I've had a lot of great experience with them since day one. Their customer service is excellent. And this is something that, this is, totally your choice whether you want to do this or not. But I will share something with you here real quick here. But just before I get into that, they do have a physical location. They're located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. They have a phone number where you can call and actually talk to somebody and get to, talk to somebody on the phone. They have chat support when you through their website. And then also, if you do decide to create a membership in that, you get pretty much a lot of what they're showing there. Okay. And so there is a change with what he did have in that video that was supposed to have been updated, but I guess they just haven't updated it yet. But at the beginning of this month, they did change it where instead of the premium membership is $499, still the standard is $199, and there are points attributed to this. This is 50, this is 150. And with it, you have all the benefits that Zach listed, but you do not, unfortunately, no longer get a MS-70 or a silver coin with it. Okay, so this is something that I want to share something with you about that. Okay, so and just this is actually shows you what right now what the options are for the autosaver that he had talked about. The Eagle State Label series, which is the American Silver Eagle, those are $115. The state animal silver here in the United States, they have a 1 ounce silver coin that's actually got each state has their own animal. So it's got that colorized on the coin. Then there's a state animal gold, which is what he showed you. And that's the 10th ounce of gold that is actually imprinted with the different states. And so that's actually pretty cool too. And then there's the 7-pillar gold notes. And what that looks like is, let's see, is this here, the 7-pillar gold notes. These are limited to 10,000. They're 1/200th ounce of fine gold. And there's 7 notes in the series. And as you get them, it actually depicts the roots of humanity stained glass artwork that Tom Holdman actually created. And I can actually share a link with that for you if you would like more information about that. But this is actually a really beautiful thing. So it's something that, and because it's on these gold notes, it appears just like a stained glass window. So like if you had all 7 of these and you put like a small light behind them, it would be like a killer display. So yeah, that's what the 7 pillars gold notes, and that's $115 a month. Okay, and all of these you do have to pay shipping with it on top of it, but there is a way that you can actually bundle shipments together, so that will help you actually save in shipping over the course. You can do in the United States, you can do it bundled for every 30 days. In other countries like Australia, Canada, Ireland, UK, New Zealand, and Singapore, those you can actually bundle for 90 days. Okay, so it's something that when your autosaver comes up, they'll hold it, and then on your bundle ship date, they will just ship everything together in one envelope, and they'll save you on some shipping costs if you want to do it that way. But then also just some brand new news is that they are adding Mexico this year as far as a country that they are going to be able to ship to. So that's a great thing. If you have any friends or family in Mexico, that's another option. Or if you're on social media, you want to share it there. But there are a ton of benefits, and Zach went over some of them, but just think, with the access to the Sound Money wallet. Okay, with the Sound Money wallet, what that is it actually allows you to buy incremental amounts of silver and gold. So like say if you can fund it from your bank account, and I guess moving forward they're going to give you the option to actually fund it, or buy gold and silver through a credit card. It hasn't been released yet, but that's in the plans for this year. But with the Sound Money wallet, you can actually, if you wanted to put $50 from your bank account or something in there, you could actually buy $50 worth of gold, or split it up. Say if you want to buy $30 worth of gold and $20 worth of silver, it'll keep track of it, and it'll show what you paid for it at the time, what the resale value back to 7K is, if you want to do that. But what's nice about that is if you're big on the stock market and you're watching gold prices and silver prices on a regular basis, you can actually, if it spikes during the day, the moment that you go to sell it back, it'll reflect the exact price at that moment during the day. So it's something that I know there was one time, I think it's, I want to say a couple of months back, probably go back to last year. There was one day where silver just took like a real sharp spike during the like one day, and there were people there that were like selling their silver at $40 an ounce. Okay. And this goes back to last year, because at the time it was averaging the low 20s. And, of course, the silver and gold market are going up and down too, but they are stable. They are still holding stable versus their further baseline as far as the value of it. So, but also you have access to that. So that's something a lot of companies do not offer you to do. Okay. And then anytime you make a purchase in that incremental amount, they have to take that percentage of gold and put it on the side for you. Okay. So like say if the next day or something, and when it comes to them shipping it to you, if you wanted it shipped to you, it would have to equal some type of incremental fractional amount, like whether it's with gold, it would have to be like a 10th ounce or, a quarter ounce or a half ounce of gold or a 1 ounce gold coin. Okay. Same with silver. It would have to equal a certain percentage. Okay. But that is something that they can do. They have the autosaver program, what we discussed, the healthcare program, which a lot of companies out there, that's a real nice benefit, because if you're working for a company that doesn't offer insurance, or you're paying quite a bit on the side, 7K does have an affordable healthcare program. You have dealer direct pricing on all your silver and gold. So whether you buy 1 ounce of silver or 1 ounce of gold, you'll pay that's the same price as the same person who's buying 500 of each. Okay, so that's what the dealer direct pricing, the benefit of that is. You don't have to have a specific amount to get a great price. They have the limited edition rare coins. There are the 1099 tax advantages, because if you share this with somebody and they actually create a membership off of your account, in order for you to be able to share the opportunity, you have to invest in your business, or so you're investing in yourself, but at the same time, you do have some tax advantages. And I always recommend that people check with their CPA, their accountant, their financial advisor on, what to keep track of and what to share, but definitely keep track of everything that you do. Then there's 7K Advantage. You have residual passive income for life, because typically the members that actually create their accounts and then are earned passively from it, they stick with it because they see the added benefit of getting something, the passive income on the side as well. And then there's also the commissions from e-commerce sales. So what I want you to do, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay. So my offer to everyone is, because 7K is no longer doing the silver as part of their initial membership package, you do have a ton of benefits. It is still worth every penny that you spend. And it just the option of being able to buy fractional amounts of gold and silver. And then one thing too that I want to share with everybody here, and this is kind of confidential, but because it hasn't been released yet, but it's coming out this year, is that they will be having where you can actually, any money, any gold or silver that you have in your Sound Money wallet, they will actually be having a debit card that they can issue you, and you can actually transact using that debit card to pay for stuff. So that's what some people are like, well, why would I do gold and silver? I can't use it. Yes, you can spend it. Okay. But this is one way to do it. Okay. So this is something that's nobody's ever done this. So this is going to be kind of like revolutionary with what they're doing. So that is a benefit coming up that they're going to be having I believe it's by the third quarter this year. So that's something to keep in mind. But what I want to do from me to you for being on this presentation and wanting to be a part of our team, like I said, the way to have success with the share plan and earn passively in the process, I guess I don't need my glasses on anymore, is to help the people that you have join, whether it's your wife or your kids. You do technically have to be 18 or older in order to hold an account that is under stipulation. And there is if you're on here, John, I see you're on here. Like if your wife wanted to join, she would have to join underneath your membership, because if you're in the same household, that's just one of their policies too. But anybody that joins you, in order for them to have success, if you're looking at it from the passive income standpoint. Now, if you just want to do it for gold and silver to have that ability to save or purchase some X amount per month, you don't need to worry about the share plan, but just let me know that. But what I would like you to do to be a part of our team, and also just for taking part in this, send me an email at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org, and I will send you a link to join under. Okay. And this is going to be, it's not even going to be my own link. It's going to be somebody that I'm sharing, that's on our team already. Now, like if you did want to just go out and sign up underneath my link, it's www.7kmetals.com/rickf. And let me put that in the chat real quick. And this way, if you don't want to reach out to me or wait for me to get back to you, which it should be fairly quick, it just depends on how many people respond on this presentation. And then you can actually just click that link. And there's also on that homepage, there's 3 short, small videos. I think they total like maybe a couple minutes. Gives you another 10,000 foot overview of everything. And you can just hit the sounds good, I'm in button and get started. Okay, so that's that. But what I want to do is, and if you do that, still send me an email, because I want to know that you're joining part of the team. Because what I'm going to do, this is from me to you, is part of our Silver and Gold Solutions team. I do have a nice gift here from everybody. And okay, everybody's thinking, yeah, it's a coffee mug. Yeah, it is. It's a really nice coffee mug. But on top of it, I went ahead and for our team, I went ahead and purchased some American Silver Eagles, okay, that I will be sending to you as well. So that's just my way of thanking you for being part of the team. It's no cost. Everything that I'm going to send you does not cost you a dime. That's from me to you. That's my gift to you. And then also I will have a couple other surprise items in the package as well. But this is just another way for me to thank you for taking the time to watch the presentation and to be a part of our team. And I really appreciate everybody's time. And I hope you got some great value out of this. And then when you send me the email, put in your email address and your best phone number, or we could possibly reach out to each other for like texting or something. Now, I'm not going to call you unless you ask me to call you, but if you give me your cell phone number, when I send you the link back, I will also give you my personal cell phone number. That way, if you're ever sharing the opportunity or explaining to somebody and you need additional information and you're not sure if they ask you a question, you can always text me or something. Now because of, I'm not sure what time zone you're in, I'd appreciate the text first and say, hey, Rick, I've got a question about this. Can you help me out? And I will get back to you as quickly as I can. Or if I don't respond to you right away or something, as long as I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone. So it's like I guess we're in a little bit over 7 o'clock. It's 7:12 at night here right now. So I'm not sure where you're at when you're watching this. But just kind of keep that in mind if you do happen to call or if you have some urgent thing. But like I said, you can always reach out to me at rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. But like I said, when I get your email, I will send you my email, or you'll get a referral link and then also my cell phone number as well for reaching out for questions. So I want to thank everybody for watching the presentation. That's just a 7-pillar goal node. That's a really I'm really pleased with the way that looks. I'm actually just changed my autosaver to start getting these. So by next week, I should have one of these. So I'll hopefully take some pictures and share it with everybody. So if you have any questions on anything that I shared this evening, at the end of this video, I'm gonna edit it and actually list out the links again of everything that I put in the chat for how to create your free Coinbase account, how to get started with iHub, and then also how to get started here with 7K, because it's a really, like I said, 10 years from now, you're going to still hear me talking about these 3 things, okay? And yeah, life will be moving on at that point, but it's still going to be something that's part of my everyday life. So I hope you got some great information from this presentation. If you have any questions, reach out to me. And I want to thank you very, very much for taking your time to share your evening with me. I wish you the best of health and success in whatever you do. Even if you decide not to take advantage of this stuff, at least you have the information. That was my purpose of this presentation. So I wish everybody the best, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.